Blessed be Pisces. Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to have you here, whether you're a returning viewer or you are new to the channel. I am so hot and ready to read. Let's go ahead, fuck around, find out what Spirit has for us today. As always, you're in charge of your life. What you do is on you. Spirit, what can I see at this time for the Pisces who is tuned in? What do we have for the Pisces who is tuned in? Where are we starting? Ooh, the Flames, Transformation card 19. This is really giving rising from the ashes. This is giving the Phoenix. It's also giving the holy fire of God. You know, when you are working in the Spirit, in the Holy Spirit, there is a flame you bring. We talk about lighting up like a star, but stars are either extremely hot or they're extremely cold. They're very intense to get close to. They have to be in the right distance from the object to not burn it too much to actually be useful. You are either in a period of transformation, and it could just be in one area of your life, or you are a catalyst for transformation in other people's lives, either through your example, through your way of living, through something you've said. You are sparking or igniting change internally, personally, or publicly in others. Spirit, what else can we see right now about the flames and this transformation? Okay. So we have Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Oh, and Hanged Man's here. What? Okay, let's see. Transformation and the flames. I'm getting a lot of that's just not good enough energy. What people may be offering or the level at which they are performing, it's just not good enough. They're just not doing good enough. Something else about not good enough. What is up with not good enough? Obedience. Someone is not following the rules, or they're not following divine orders, or they're not following their instinctual or intuitive nudges. They are misbehaving, or they're only half following. This could also be you. Like, you know what you should be doing, but you're only half doing it. You're half-assing it. Remember, I don't know if you ever watched Parks and Rec. There was this great line from Ron Swanson. He says something like, never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. This is a call to whole-ass it. Whatever you're doing, do it with your whole ass. That's really what it's giving me right now. Wow, Spirit, so saucy today. Tell me more about what is it that Pisces needs to do with their whole ass, or tell people around them they need to be doing with their whole ass. Like if you're like a manager, or you're a parent, or you're in charge of somebody, something, some project, your team might not be giving it their best, or you might not be giving it your best, and you know it. I think you're aware of this. And you know what? It's somebody with the Holy Spirit, flame of God, who's willing to look at somebody and say, that's not good enough. Right? We live in a culture where we're telling people like, oh, that's good. Or, we're accepting half of what we want because maybe we're afraid we're not going to get all of what we want. Well, no, you don't have to accept half. You don't have to accept, half effort. You can have whole effort. You can give whole effort. You don't have to, if you're on the side of like not following your intuition or your higher guidance, it's like, look, do you trust in this relationship or do you not? Some shit, use your discernment, okay? Use your discernment. But if you've discerned that this is your highest self leading you on your best life potential, why are you not doing it? Or why are you kind of doing it? Like it's so wishy-washy. There's no commitment. There's no commitment by either you or a team or the people around you. Okay, what else about wishy-washy? Wishy-washy. Ooh, wishy-washy. That's a lot of cards. I'll take the ones that flipped over. Thank you so much. Wheel of Fortune, Harvest, and the Devil, Trickster. There might be, if this is talking about you internally, you might be dealing with thoughts, ideas, doubt, unbelief that does not come from you. That's not you. That's the adversary. That's the part of your mind that thinks it's keeping you safe by holding you back or convincing you to hold yourself back. It could also be the adversarial part that's telling you, hey, this is as good as it gets. It doesn't get better than this. You should just stay here. It's safe here. If you are working externally, like you're managing a team or you're in charge of a project and there's a group dynamic happening, if you have somebody who's kind of the wrench, they'd say like you throw a wrench into the project, like somebody who is disobedient, I use that word loosely, when you're dealing with that person or that energy in people or even with yourself, it might be helpful to not think about that energy being that person, but rather that person is the conduit with which that energy moves through. Previous generations used to say things like, that ain't nothing but the devil. People would talk about the devil like a real force that lived on the planet that was moving through people. We don't really talk, where I'm from, people don't really talk about it like that anymore. But there's something there about being able to dissociate the behavior from the person, that you're not dealing with the person in their true, authentic, loving, light self. You're dealing with a lower vibrational energy that's moving through this person because this person has not been fortified by the fire. They haven't been fortified the way you've been fortified. Or if you're fortified forged, like you get forged by the fire too. If you are forged and you are fortified, if you're having negative thoughts, like habitual negative thoughts that are kind of keeping you in a freeze cycle or a fawn cycle or something that's just makes you unproductive, or you have like a fear of life or a fear of taking action, that ain't none but the devil. There's like a lightheartedness to bring to this. That ain't nothing but the devil. Like, I don't know why that's like stuck right now. That ain't nothing but the devil. Let me get a card about that ain't nothing but the devil, about that saying, about seeing something that way. That ain't nothing but the devil. Tell me about that ain't nothing but the devil. Spirit, what else? I'll just take this one. 10 of Voices. That ain't nothing but the devil. Look at her. Just pierced by it. Voices in your head. Ill voices. That is the devil. That is the devil. And it's being able to see these internal voices or this energy from a different perspective, because it becomes easier to deal with it. right? Because there's a changing of the mind. There is a changing of your position, because the Queen of Swords here is totally willing to use this sword of truth to get to the heart of a matter, This is a changing of the mind. It is something about separating the person from the energy, and then you can just deal with the energy and still love the person, and even still work with the person, and even be stern, forceful, and bring the holy fire upon that person out of an act of love. Yes, it's an act of love. Telling somebody the truth is an act of love. That's an act of love. Wow. Can I get another word related to this? Vision. Because you can see who they really are, and who they really are is pure, positive love. They are a reflection of the divine, the holy spark of God that emanates through you. Everyone else has it too, whether they let it come out or not. And I'm talking about like real people. I'm not talking about like these organic portals and all of that shit. But even here, it's being able to have the vision, to have the sight, to know what you're dealing with. When you're dealing with one of God's people, or you're dealing with an organic portal that's working with demonic, low vibrational energies. That's what that is. You have the sight for it. And you can even see it when it pops up in yourself, because your discernment is so on point. Yup. And your ability to speak the truth and to call things out as they are is part of a purification process. You are the flame. It is about the fire purifying. You get purified. You continue to purify yourself. You continue to allow yourself to be purified by the Most High, and you serve as a catalyst to start purifying others around you, not from a place of revenge, not from a place of hate, but from a place of love, because you love more. You love so hard. Love moves through you so forcefully that you could stand on a stage and be absolutely fucking hated, ridiculed, taken down, and it doesn't matter, because you know that this is love moving through you, and that you can withstand it because you have the power of God with you. That's what this fucking is. That's what this fucking is. Whoa. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to grab a piece of advice. A spirit piece of advice for the Pisces who's tuned in, who is either serving as the flame or is being fortified at this time. I'm kind of getting that a lot of you are the flame. That you've gone through this process. You have a willingness to go through it to the extent that's necessary as life naturally progresses, and that you are strengthening and grounding the energy of love so that you can stand in spaces with people that are not engaging their discernment, and they are serving as frickin' entry points for this low shit, this low energy shit. Piece of advice for the Pisces tuned in. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you so much, Pisces, for being here. If you're feeling the vibe, I'd appreciate if you subscribe, like, leave a comment, start building this channel, and let the word get out. Okay. Peaceful reunion. What a beautiful card with the peace doves. All right, we have the peace doves, we have the blue rose, we have 3 beautiful lions, 41, peaceful reunion. Reunions bring healing. This is a reunion of all parts of yourself, calling back all parts of yourself that you can stand in your most pure light, your most pure power, that you have the courage and the strength and the gumption to be this. That's what this is. Peaceful reunion of all parts of yourself. I'm also seeing community. right? Birds of a feather flock together. I believe that's the saying, that these birds are all flying together. These lions are working together. Most animals have to work together. God's people are called to work together. The chosen ones are called to work together. The 144, they're 4-1. They're called to work together. Take a look out in your environment and see who wants to work with you, or who could work with you. There could be a potential collaboration to make the work more bearable. What does that mean? It means you have the support in the background so that you can go into the foreground and do your part, to do your part, to do your work, to do what you've been called to do, to be this messenger of peace, to be this fierce messenger of peace, a strong messenger of peace, a beautiful, radiating, high vibing, like the rose here, high vibing priestess of the blue rose. That's what I'm seeing. Alrighty, Pisces. That is the reading. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that this helped ignite you, activate you, confirm for you. And if this message was not for you, please just leave it. And I will check you out next time I come on YouTube. Bless be.